So Bernie is now the head of the Help Committee, and he decided, I'm going to subpoena the Norfolk Southern CEO, and he's got some big plans, man. He wants to subpoena a whole bunch of corporate criminals. He's trying to get Howard Schultz in there. I mean, pick the most nefarious actor in any of the big industries, and Bernard is like, step on down, bitch. You know, we got time. We got time. We want to talk to you. So he's going to grill him a little bit here on the issue of paid sick days. And this is an interesting back and forth. Take a look.
The entire country, I think, was shocked to learn a number of months ago that your employees, rail workers, who work in a dangerous job in all kinds of weather, had zero paid sick days. Now, I know that is beginning to change, but I would ask you, given the fact that Norfolk Southern provided $10 billion in stock buybacks recently, can you tell the American people and your employees right now that in order to improve morale in your workforce, that you will guarantee at least 7 paid sick days to the 15,000 workers you employ? I do know you've made some progress. You increased paid sick days for some of your workers. Will you do what most Americans think is pretty obvious, that when you get sick, you get guaranteed paid sick days? Will you make that commitment right now to your entire workforce?
Senator, with our latest agreement with our employees, which included a historic 24% wage increase and access to premium health care benefits, we immediately pivoted to talking to each of our local...
I've been deeply involved. I introduced the amendment on the floor. I know the issue. But what I'm asking you right now, you provided paid sick days to some of your employees. I got it. Thank you. Will you now do it what we get here in Congress? Our employees get sick, they get paid sick days. Will you make that commitment right now to guarantee paid sick days to all of your workers? That's not a radical demand. It really is not. Will you make that commitment, sir?
Senator, I share your focus on our employees. I will commit to continuing to discuss with them important quality of life issues with our local craft colleagues.
In all due respect, you sound like a politician here, Mr. Shaw. It's not paid sick days is not a radical concept in the year 2023. I am not hearing you make that commitment to guarantee that to all of your workers. Clearly, we should have that for every worker in America. I'm not hearing that commitment. Will you make that commitment, sir?
Senator, I'm committed to continuing to speak to our employees about quality of life issues that are important to them.
All right. Well, I'm chairman of the Health Education Labor Committee. We look forward to having that discussion.
Every other developed country gets paid sick days by law. So in other words, your boss can't even tell you, no, you can't take 7 days off because you're sick. In many countries, it's more than 7 days, by the way. Every other developed country has either all of these different kinds of leave, paid sick leave, paid vacation days, paid maternity leave, or they have like a mix of some but not others. But every other developed country gets some paid days off by law. We are the only developed country where that's not the case. People really have no idea just how screwed we are and just how much the corporatocracy has a chokehold on our government. So here you see this weaselly little prick. Bernie's right. That guy morphed into the politician. Bernie's the actual politician there, but he's the straight shooter. That guy sounded like the politician. I'm committed to continuing the conversation with our beloved... Come on, man. This is not difficult. It's not difficult. So, look, I like that Bernie's grilling this guy. I like that, you know, this now you're showing the country, hey, this is who we're dealing with. But I have to go one step further because it's true in this instance. This is one of those issues where Biden, if he wants to, could just sign an executive order and give them their paid sick days. He could sign an executive order and give them 14 paid days by law. But he's not doing that. See, the way it works is if it's a federal employee or a federal contractor, The president can do it. So, for example, Biden did sign an executive order to mandate that the minimum wage for federal employees and federal contractors is $15 an hour. He did sign that executive order. To his credit, that helps about 400,000 workers. But he hasn't done it for the paid sick days. And he should. He could. He should. And by the way, there's other instances, like there's some projects that are part of the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, where it's made in America. And with those contracts, the government saying you need to offer some paid days off in order to get this contract. That's the way it should be. This is no different, man. They can afford it. They could do it. They should do it. I like that Bernie's grilling him, but the fact of the matter is I think Biden can go further on his own on this front, so he should take the initiative. But, you know, it's old status quo Joe. He likes doing the bare minimum in every instance. The crazy thing is he's by far the best president of my lifetime. He blows out of the water Trump and George W. Bush and Obama in terms of the actual policies that he's done. But that's like being the tallest kid in kindergarten, man. That ain't anything to write home about, because that bar is so low, an ant can't do limbo under it. Okay, so I do want to keep seeing these hearings. I want all this stuff to be exposed. I want the country to know who we're dealing with these companies. I mean, could you imagine Howard Schultz in that hot seat, the union buster himself? Oh, let me at him. Let me at him. They would grill that guy to the high heavens. And but it's time for Biden to take action on this. It is. Because there is no, you know, will you commit to doing? You know the answer is no. He's giving you the tap dance, right? He's giving you the whole, like, I commit to keep talking about the stuff and the things, bro, because I'm a good person and stuff, bro. That ain't substance. We all know it's not substance. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.